Welcome to the TestNG series. In this video, we are going to see how to enable or disable test methods inside a test class and what is ignore annotation in TestNG and how it helps. I'm going to create a class. Which is my ignore example. Okay. I'm going to create a multiple test cases here, test methods. So let me 3. This is my test 2 and this is my test 1. Let me add something. Let me print test 1. Okay, we have a 3 test cases. If I run this, all the 3 test cases will execute because 3 tests are executed and 3 are passed now. What if I want to execute only 2 test cases, the test 1 and test 2? I don't want to run the third test. Since assume when you run that, the test 1 and test 2 are failed, test 3 is successful, because you don't want to run the test 3 again to make sure or to debug the test 1 or test 2. To do that, I have an option enabled feature, which is enabled, which accepts a true or false. By default, the enabled is true. If you want to make forcefully disable that, set this enabled flag to false, so that this particular test you don't need to comment out. You just simply mark it as enabled false and this test will not execute. This will be considering as a disabled. Now let's run this particular class and you will be seeing only 2 tests are executed. See, only 2 tests executed, passed 2 test cases, which is test 1 and test 2. Test 3 is considered as disabled. This is an interesting feature that when you are playing with, when you are doing some debugging, you can disable few test cases and execute only the required test cases to be triggered or debug. And this is a cool feature which provided by TestNG. And there is one more thing I can say. If you want to run a specific test case from a class, simply select the test case and run. That executes a single test case, whatever the test you have selected. Okay, this is also another option to run a single specific test case. You can just select the test method and run that. And now let's move on to an ignore. What is ignore? Ignore means the ignore annotation will help us to ignore a specific test whether to execute or not. It will ignore the execution of the test. For now, I'm going to delete this. Enable is a feature that we provided on the @test annotation. Now ignore is another annotation. Like let's say, let me add ignore. I'm adding a ignore on this specific test. If I run this, still this test will not execute because I'm using @ignore annotation. This method will be ignored. This is not going to be considered as a test case. Now run this. See, still only first test and second test gets executed and you ignore this test case. What is the difference between enabled and an ignore? If you want to enable or disable a test case, you have to use that at the annotation test level. But this ignore can be defined at the class level. You can use ignore. It will ignore all the test cases. See, nothing is executed. See, total test runs 0, failures 0, skips 0. Though irrespective of whether you enable this, let's enable is equal to true. It doesn't matter. Ignore has a high priority than enabled. Let's run that. Still no luck. nothing has executed. So you understand that ignore has high priority than enabling a test case. And okay, now let's see, instead of using at the rate test enable true or false on each and every test method level, you can directly use at the rate test on a class level. Even this works. If you annotate at the rate test at a class level, all the methods which are defined inside your class are considered as a test cases. If you run now, it executes three cases. See, all the three tests are executed. You can, if you have all your methods are tests, you want to consider every method as a test, you can directly annotate with at the rate test. And if you want to disable something, and if you are using on at the rate test annotation at a class level, and if you want to disable the second test case, still you can use at the rate ignore okay, ignore is not overriding. Let me, okay, because let me tell you, let me use at the rate test enabled false. Now let's see only the test 1 and test 3 are executed, because if you have at the rate test on a class level, the ignore is not being considered. So for that you need to use at the rate test enabled false. So this enabled false is overriding at the rate test for this specific test case. You can put it on a test level at the rate test, and whatever the test method you want to disable, you can put enabled is equal to false. This will work. But still, if you want to disable everything, all the methods inside your test, you can use enabled is equal to false. Okay, one test case has executed, that is test 2. Why this test 2 is executed? Because the method level priority, this method level at the rate test mentioned on this test 2 has a high priority than the class level at test annotation. Okay, this has a high priority. If you disable at this level and enable at the class level, this has a high priority, and because of that reason this gets executed. Let me remove this and run it. Now nothing executed, 0 cases executed. If I put like at the rate test at my method level, because this has a highest priority than a class level, run this. Though you mentioned all the tests enabled false at the class level and method level, it has a highest priority and it is executing, whereas in the ignore it is a vice versa. If you put ignore at the class level, everything will be ignored. Let's see that. You see, if you are using ignore, the class level has a high priority, and now all the test cases are ignored. And there is a one more difference between this enabled and ignore. Ignore can be applied on a package level. How you can apply on a package level is, see, to ignore all tests in a particular package, I just need to create a package -info.java and add the @ignore annotation. This is how create a package info.java and annotate @ignore, and all your test methods inside that package gets ignored. They will not execute. But whereas you cannot apply enabled at the package level, because this supports only at the rate ignore, it doesn't support at the rate test, because the enabled feature can be applied only with at the rate test annotation, but the ignore can be applied at a class level and at a package level. This is one of the interview questions you might face if you go for an interview, asking what is the difference between ignore and enabled, how each is flexible, and how the what is the use of each ignore and uh, the enabled feature. Hope you understand the concept. Thanks for watching this. Please feel free to comment if you have any questions. Thank you.